Hello there and welcome back to a Right Nice Pint. What is the bloody crack with you? You getting on well and how are you fixed for a bit more drinking? Today we're back in Mexico. We're having more cervezas. Yes. And on the front of this is La Cerveza Más Fina. I don't know, is Más Fina, does that mean extra? I have no bloody idea. But I know cerveza is Spanish for beer. And that is exactly what we're consuming tonight. More beer, and it is Corona versus Corona. You might think, what variant are we on here tonight? We're on Perfect Draft variant, and we're on Bottle variant. That's what we have tonight. Stupid joke. Probably shouldn't have made that. Was that insensitive? Anyway, listen. I've got Corona versus Corona tonight. It is Perfect Draft Corona versus the bottle version. This is the version we all know, we all see, we've all tasted, we've all tried. We know what this is like. Some people love it, other people absolutely bloody hate this stuff. So, it's served with your wedge of lime as well, Corona Extra. And just a quick look at the bottle. 4.5% ABV. That's 4.5% ABV as well, so there's no change in the ABV. What I'm going to do though, and this is going to, some people are going to say that this is probably a pointless exercise, but because this beer is served out of a bottle, they put the lime wedge into the bottle and people drink this directly from the bottle. I am going to do, and I'm not going to pour this into a glass, and you're going to go, what? Sure, you can't smell the bloody thing. You can't do this, you can't do that. I know, but I'm going to do this because that's how people consume the product. I don't know why they recommend always drinking this from a bloody bottle, but this is the way people drink Corona. So I'm going to do that with this, but I'm then going to do Perfect Draft Corona Extra. If you didn't see the last video, look at this glass. It's just like it's fairly similar looking to the bottle. It's like they just cut the top off it. It really does look like that. So this came from the beergals.com, the Irish Perfect Draft suppliers. And you can get this for €41.50 if you're in the Republic of Ireland. Not the glass, I mean the keg. They also sell the glass, I think, as well, if you want to check that out. We did a review on this already. We actually thought this was quite decent on the Perfect Draft because we noticed that the Perfect Draft do a great job of improving beers, no matter what it is. Actually, I've just put Budweiser onto that list because Budweiser is another beer that, wouldn't that be an interesting comparison? I've heard it's better on the Perfect Draft than in the bottle. So, and even out of draft in the bars. But you can't get this on draft. I have never seen this on tap in a bar in my life. Now, if you have, you tell me. Tell me where. I want to see where I can get this. If it's in Ireland, fantastic. I want to go to that bar tomorrow and try that out. If it's in the UK, not too bad. Give me a month, I'll be over there. And if it's in America, do tell me that as well. I'm sure you can get it probably in Mexico on draft, but it's always been talked about being a bottled product. Yeah, I don't even think you can buy cans of this stuff. Maybe you can. No pun intended. Would have been a stupid pun. But yeah. Anyway, let's just very quickly get into this. So, right, I'm going to do a taste without these. I'm going to do the pour first over here. I'm going to do a taste without the lime in both. I'm going to try and get aromas out of the bottle, although that's going to be quite difficult. But we'll try. But certainly the palate is where it matters. Whatever about the smell. Who the feck smells beer when they're out having a few drinks? I don't really even do that. I'm only doing that for the purpose of these videos. So I'm going to skim this, and I've rinsed that glass as well. It's a European type of pour, so and there we go. So we've got our Corona Extra. We've got our Corona Extra in the glass, and I'm just going to move this back a little bit so we can get a better sight of the two. So here we go. So let's go for it then. Let's open her up. Again, I'm not a huge. I've often said this. I'm not a big fan of Corona Extra, but man, I've got it straight away. I opened up the bottle and that smell. Man, what the feck is that? It smells horrible. It smells skunky as feck. I don't know why. Well, you know what? I could probably make it give a reason why. It's because it's in a clear bottle, and because it's in a clear bottle, the sun can get at this. Depends where it was stored, that kind of thing, where it was brewed, how far the distance was, because it's going to go from hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold, and then the sun can get at it, because UV protection is not there. There's no UV protection because the bottle is not green, it's not brown. They offer UV protection. That clear bottle does not offer UV protection, which is probably why we've got skunkiness. And all I'm getting is fucking skunky shit. I have no idea what that is. Like, if some... I don't claim to be an expert beer connoisseur. And I had a chat with a guy last Friday night on his channel, and I said to him straight up, I am not a complete and utter expert. I would not claim to be. But there's skunkiness there. Someone could say that is some hop, or that is some this or some that. There is skunkiness off that straight away. Over here, even though the head is dying a death on me at the moment, nothing. No skunkiness. Skunkiness, no skunkiness. Cleaner beer. Straight away, cleaner fecking beer. That is already, in my opinion, a completely different product. It is way better than this. Before I've done anything. But I'm going to do a quick taste before the head goes in this. Smells, well, quick smell on this. Smell is, you're getting a little bit of malt, you're getting a little bit of citrus coming through there. No skunkiness, maybe minor in comparison to this. That just smells skunky. Anyway, let's get the taste. Before I add the wedge of lime. Maybe the aromas will be different now. Not really. Taste, it just tastes bland, really. That tastes fairly bland, which is probably why they add the feckin' lime into it. I don't know, someone says it's down to marketing, because people see lime in a beer, like, oh yeah, must buy that, that looks great, let's try that out, it looks summery. Taste, very bland. Are we getting much of the skunkiness in the flavour? I would say you are. There's a bit of skunkiness that comes through. Now, not as bad as the aroma, but there's a bit there. It is a bit sweet, followed by that skunkiness afterwards as well. So it's a little bit of citrus, a bit of sweetness coming through from the malts, and then like a bit of a skunky aftertaste. This one, completely different beer. That's sweet. You got it's crisp, clean, sweet. I said apple in my original review. I see the beer guy say honey, and I can actually get that. It's like there is a little bit maybe of a honey taste there. It depends on how your palate interprets it, but you are getting that sweetness there for sure. It's inoffensive. That is decent. I call that a decent lager on the perfect draft. It tastes so much different. Let's add in the lime. So, in with you. Never done this before. There we go. Again, don't know why people do it. We'll add in more because this is actually a bigger. This is let's see when I threw in the lime carbonation. So actually, I never looked at the carbonation. Carbonation's very mild in this now, to be honest. In the bottle, there's next to nothing. Head is gone on our PD one, and that is the second time that's happened. It doesn't seem to hold the head too well. Maybe it doesn't help that I've added in a bloody wedge of lime. It probably shouldn't. It probably does affect the actual the head. It probably does affect that anyway. But okay, let's taste it with the lime. A pointless exercise, I think, but let's just do it. So this is how people consume Corona Extra traditionally. This is the 5th biggest selling product in the world, and it's really only sold out of a bottle. But anyway, the lime adds to it. The lime does add to it, but you shouldn't have to add something to the feckin' beer to really try and improve a crap product. That's where I get really annoyed. But anyway, Blue Moon do it, but Blue Moon have a decent product. They add orange to theirs. lime is added to the Corona. I don't know, the Blue Moon go, you know what, let's add the slice of orange to this, because Corona has succeeded massively doing this. It's just masking a poor enough product. I'm not a big fan of Corona at all. I'm sorry to any Corona fans out there, and it's nothing to do with what's happened in the last 18 months. Nothing to do with that at all. I just was never a big fan of it. But the bit of lime there, it has added to it. I think it hides that skunky aroma as well, because you just get more citrus coming through in the bottle. The lime is probably there to improve a clear glass product, so it could probably be one of the only clear bottled products in the world, because there ain't too many of them. There ain't too many, because it doesn't offer UV protection. So when the sun gets at this, your beer is destroyed. Maybe that is why they add the lime, to hide all of that, those imperfections. That is just a very wild opinion that I've just come up with there, but you know, maybe it does add a bit to it though. Hide some of the crap aromas and whatnot. Let's go for this. Now this is actually fine, because right away I'm getting that fruity bang off the lime, and it's a cleaner beer anyway. So this, you get away, when I say get away with it, it doesn't need it in the first place on the PD, but it does add a bit more of that fruitiness to it. It certainly does. So overall, listen lads, I think you know exactly what's won on this, but this probably doesn't need the lime. But if you want, and they actually say, the funny thing is, on the back of the keg, they say just add it on the side, not throw it into it. Where with this, you throw it into the bloody thing. So it is it's different. This is actually, the lime is within the beer, but they actually say on the back of the keg, just put on the edge of the glass for presentation. I wonder, do they know? Maybe they know that out of the bottle it's not as good as the PD anyway. But listen, that's my opinion. Perfect Draft wins out. Corona Extra on the PD, miles better than out of the bottle. If you've done a taste test yourself on both, and if you're, let me know what you think. Comment on the video. Let me know your thoughts. If you are a fan of the bottled product and you just completely disagree with me, then comment your thoughts as well. It's a beer community. Let me know. This is just my own opinion, guys. So that's how it works. But anyway, if you've enjoyed the review, hit like, hit subscribe. We've got way more reviews coming up on the Perfect Draft, the Pointer, the Blade, and the Linder 25k Pygmy to come, as well as some bottled and canned beers as well. They're to come down the line. Not doing so many the cans of bottles at the minute to stick into the machines for the moment, but we also have some live streams coming up too. But yeah, if you love beer and you're up for the crack, hit subscribe, and I'll see you soon for a right nice pint.